Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight I am bringing you a Division B-SouthEast matchup between Deckard's Erudition and currently chasing Samuro. Should be a good matchup here. These two teams have fared a little bit differently as the season's gone on so far. Deckard's Erudition currently in first place here in Division B-SouthEast. CCS currently chasing Samuro, having a little bit of a tougher time, down in, I believe, the 10th seed at the moment. They're currently 4-10. They're not an 0 for right now, so they're going to be trying to make up some of their ground in tonight's matchup. Got our lobby starting to form here, so while we've got some time, let's take a look at the map bans. Deckard's Erudition, losing the coin flip and being relegated to map pick, has banned away Towers of Doom and Garden of Terror. Currently chasing Samuro, banning out Cursed Hollow and Infernal Shrines after choosing first pick. So, Deckard's Erudition is going to be taking us to Volskaya Foundry here for game number 1. Now, Volskaya Foundry, in my experience, has been kind of underrepresented this season. We saw that Storm Division dropped Volskaya Foundry in favor of Sky Temple. And a lot of teams, they haven't really been banning the map, but they also have been generally avoiding it. The map stats are more favoring, obviously, Infernal Shrines, Towers of Doom is up there, and stuff like Dragonshire starting to get much more popular. So a little bit of a shift. The NGS map meta will be an interesting one to watch here. Looks like we've got everyone in. We're going to see if they're all ready to go. I'm just going to give them the caster ready. Jacqueline Hyde in the chat. Currently puppy sitting, rooting from the sidelines tonight. Well, I hope the puppies are fantastic. Even if it's just the one of them. Should be a fun one here. Should be a fun one indeed. I'm excited to see how the drafts go. Because just looking a little bit into the teams, obviously, B-Med, very well known for those spicy off-lane picks, but is often targeted by bans. And Deckard's Erudition has been kind of all over the place with their draft picks. They're really flexing out in those hero positions. So it'll be a cool draft matchup between these two. Just making sure the captain's on the right people. We can get ourselves into a game number 1 here. Arcane Arboretum in the chat. Glad to see you. Okay, I think we're almost ready to go. Falcomer's up in here as well. People are sharing that they're all POV streaming as we do the 3, 2, 1 countdown. That's soon enough. That's close enough. Alrighty. Did I time it right? Ooh. Leading it. Volskaya Foundry is going to be our first draft of the day. Oh, that's right. You are Thor Ragnar. I keep mixing you up in all the different names of your accounts. Yeah, you're on this roster. That makes more sense. All right. Getting into our first draft of the evening here. Currently chasing Samuro has the first pick option. We'll see what they're going to ban out. When it comes to Volskaya Foundry, being able to set up shop on the points is very powerful. Stuff like Zul Jin has done very well. Combos like Deckard Li Ming are always strong here on Volskaya Foundry, and really anything just to get to level 20 and do well. So things like Leoric tend to do super well here, and anyone with an overpowering level 20 talent. Sometimes you even see like a Nazebo get busted out on Volskaya Foundry. So I'm interested to see the bent to these drafts. Definitely what you were intending to do is to get as many heroes played as possible. Hey, sometimes it works out that way. Sometimes you just find yourself in a very diverse situation. Chromie and the Lost Vikings going to be our opening bans here on Volskaya Foundry. I had the pleasure of casting 2 Lost Viking games last night. Heavy Slaps bringing out the Vikings on... It was Foundry, and then it was Dragonshire. Very cool situation there, but unfortunately we don't get to see that in this series today. Hogger going to be the next man out from currently chasing Samuro. Hogger can do some work in those long fights, very high regeneration, and once the rage maxes out after all those autos, after all those hog wilds, really pile on the pain in those extended fights. Not a lot of macro for Hogger to jump on. I mean, being able to take the back camp and being able to take the turret are nice, but it's really, if you're taking Hogger on Volskaya, you're really more worried about the regen factor. Deckard's Erudition going to go ahead and take out the Samuro here, so the traditional targeting of B-Med in the ban phase. See what the first pick opportunity is here for currently chasing Samuro, and it is actually going to be the Li Ming. This is a great map for Li Ming just because the areas around the objectives, there's so much space to flank, and that's where Li Ming loves to be. There's not a lot of lane minions in the way, there's not a lot of terrain to hide behind. Li Ming can just lob in those bombs. I'm interested to see if Deckard's Erudition is going to steal away the Deckard. They're not. Going for an early variant here is Xanthanarium, and Styx are going to pick up that Zul'jin we were talking about. Oh, and a very quick rotation onto Uther Sonya here for Legally and B-Med. Very powerful duo, Uther Sonya. I'm interested to see whether, where that Uther fits. You can get a tank in there, you can get another healer in there. Whether Sonya's going to be the solo lane or going to be rotating with the 4. There's a lot of different ways that currently chasing Samuro can go with this. It's not going to be Mei, though. That's going to be banned out by Deckard's Erudition. Looking over at the variant and the Zul'jin. Zul'jin generally likes to have a little bit more of a comfy front line, so I would expect to see another bruiser type come in for Deckard's Erudition here to help allow that Zul'jin to step up. There's the Deckard ban, so not interested in Uther Deckard, which is probably good. That's not exactly the most common double healer setup, but very strong on the map in general. So, what is going to be the call here? Varian Zul'jin. Will they grab another DPS? It's going to be Falstad Yrel. Yrel is one that I don't get to see an awful lot anymore. She's kind of slowly fallen out of the meta in favor of stuff like Sonya. So it's going to be pretty cool to see that matchup. I haven't been able to cast that matchup in a little while. Falstad, of course, kind of new and shiny. Doing very, very well, though not going to be able to take that W talent on 1 due to it being banned. Cordona going to grab the Gazlo here, and Ewok will be on the Malfurion. So it looks like we've got a possible Wombo setup with the Gazlo Gravel Bomb, the Roots. It wouldn't surprise me to see a Divine Storm coming out from Uther here, and hopefully Sonya and Li Ming can clean up off of just the big explosion. DB Smiley going to lock in Ana as the final pick here to try to create some space between themselves and this big combo. Looks like B-Med's going to slide over to the Gazlo, and Cordona's going to be on the Sonya. Everything else looking pretty... Oh, Ewok going to be on the Uther. Legally on the Malfurion. Lovely. Okay. Looking at these two comps, we've got... the Malfurion might suffer a little bit into the Varian, but Uther is very good into Varian. So some good balance there on healers for currently chasing Samuro. But the X factor is Zul'jin. Is Styxa going to take over this game? Is really the question that I have. Is it going to go long enough? Is Zul'jin going to get enough autos off to just take over here on Volskaya Foundry? I have to see. As we load into our game number 1 here. And of course, Falstad is just, Falstad's just putting a lot of numbers on the board right now. Might be a little tough into this Sonya, into the Uther Malfurion. If Pina Colada gets caught without a barrel roll, There's going to be a lot of CC coming the way of that delicate bird. Looks like we're starting to load in here. One more bar. There we go. Alrighty. Loading in here to game number 1. On the left in the blue, it is Deckard's Erudition, with DB Smiley on the Ana, Pina Colada on the Falstad, MJ Doom playing Urel, Stixa on the Zul'jin, and Xanthanarium on the Variant. On the right in the red, it is currently chasing Samuro with Liga Lee on the Malfurion, B Meduho on the Gazlo, Imoran playing the Li Ming, Cordona on the Sonya, and Ewok playing the Uther.
Let the battle begin.
Game number 1 is underway here. Expect currently chasing Samuro to not take too hard of an engagement into this Zul'jin. Imoran going to throw out some damage onto the tower for the opening. Have to see how this engagement goes. Imoran just working on the edges here. MJ Doom going to jump on in. Big sleep there onto Cordona. Sonya going to have to step back. Ewok is right up in the mix there, getting auto attacks for that level 1 quest. But already 3 stacks out of 30 is our Zul'jin. The rotations will continue here. Ewok thinking about coming around the outside. There's a nice hit from Li Ming onto Pina Colada and Stixa. Looks like Gazlo going to help out with this initial rotation before heading on back down to the bottom lane. MJ Doom just freezing this lane, trying to waste as much experience as possible while B-Med is away. Looks like we've got currently chasing Samuro taking their back turret. Deckard's Erudition starting to make their way down to that now. DB Smiley doing a tactical crouch on the way. We continue on with our rotations here. Stixa is just stacking to their heart's content here, moving up and getting some autos onto Sonya. Like was mentioned in chat, there's an awful lot of short-range heroes over on the side of currently chasing Samuro that Zul'jin will be more than happy to stack off of. So even if currently chasing Samuro tries to avoid the Zul'jin, like being able to avoid Zul'jin and clear the lanes effectively is not going to work together. So I think they may just have to accept that Zul'jin is going to be fairly stacked. Looks like Urel is having the better of this engagement for the meantime. I was honestly kind of expecting Sonya down there in that matchup, but we've got a rotating Sonya here with Cordona, and Gazlo is dealing with this Urel. So far, Urel getting the better of this exchange for the meantime. Like a possible attempt to cut off the members of Deckard's Erudition there, not quite landing. Falstad and Ana are already on the back camp, setting that up for control point A. See, currently chasing Samuro was taking a look at the heal camp. Looks like they are not going to pursue that, though. We get 2 on this back camp to try to time that out here. Protector A is starting to come up and available. Varian is now a tank. Taunt has been picked up. Of course, Li Ming and Malfurion would both be excellent targets for Varian to taunt here, though the follow-up isn't super bursty. I mean, Falstad can put out a little bit of burst. Zul'jin, not so much in the burst department, especially in the early going. So I'm not expecting so much the burst kills, but just a lot of Varian survivability in this style. Currently chasing Samuro. Working on getting themselves a heal camp here, giving up some progress on the objective, but here comes the crew. Cut off there by the Malfurion. Ewok going to pick up the heal camp, and that's a nice play. Currently chasing Samuro, now getting themselves a little bit of an item advantage as they have their level 7s and move on to the point. Falstad in the top lane, still dealing with that siege camp. Xanthanarium finds the taunt there onto Cordona. Hurt is going to be dropped there for currently chasing Samuro. Health bar is still fairly high, but Cordona spears right onto the backline. Stixa could be in trouble. Oh, the magic missile's not quite finding the troll. And currently chasing Samuro is going to wrestle back this point. Gazlo has moved back to work on this turret. We see members of Deckard's Erudition looping around to do the same. They've still got some time. Falstad clearing up the mid here. Yrel pushing the bottom lane, trying to get as much XP advantage as they can. Currently chasing Samuro, was thinking about an invade there. Didn't quite pull the trigger on it. Gazlo and Yrel making their way back to the fight. There's the sleep. Oh, Pina Colada has to use the barrel roll to get away. Cordona with a great... Was that the poison spear? It was. Sonya going to go down for the trouble, though. Nice follow-up from the back line of Deckard's Erudition. The heal camp trying to keep Ewok alive for now, but no, Uther's going to fall. Stixa, 11 out of 30 at the 5-minute mark here. Deckard's Erudition have taken back the point. Now getting some free siege here in the mid. 2 turrets are down on the side of Deckard's Erudition, so both teams have used all of their items here. On this first point, no one holding back. Uther is back on the battlefield here, so currently chasing Samuro. If they're looking to get back in here, they're going to have to do it fast. Because level 10s are almost in. There's the taunt onto Gazlo, sleep follow-up. BMed got to be careful, has to drop the turret before possibly going down. But is going to survive here. Deckard's Erudition don't have their 10s yet. Currently chasing Samuro, trying to capitalize on this tight window. TV Smiley being forced to move back. 10s are still not here. Can they move on to this point? 96. No, currently chasing Samuro, taking advantage of the window, are actually going to steal this objective. Going to be heading straight up to the top lane. I didn't think that was going to work out. I thought that Deckard's Erudition were definitely picking up their 10s and completely turning that around. But it seemed like they just hovered on 9.9 level forever there. Now this Protector taking down the front wall. It's a little bit low health here. They're going to try to get some of that well, but they can't go in for the full slam. Sonya and Uther may not make it out of there. So they're just going to move on to the mid. Look for a quick clap onto the tower. Overall, getting quite a bit done. Oh, no, they're actually going to dive onto this. I don't know about this play. Cordona and Ewok got to be careful here. Legally, trying to secure the escape. Ewok getting caught there. Oh, there's a nice wave of force. Just interrupt there from Amoran. Now Furion has to pop the ult. Everyone's going to be okay for now. Meanwhile, Yrel continuing to push here in the bottom lane. Currently chasing Samuro. Heading on back to work on their turret. As is Deckard's Erudition here on the left-hand side. So back to, just back to lanes, back to stalemate, though. Now, nearly 3,000 minion experience ahead, though, is Deckard's Erudition. Got a little bit of a hero kill lead. A little bit down on the mercenaries. Overall, about a half-level lead there for the blue team. See if Deckard's Erudition can take advantage of a possible 13 spike. It's coming soon. It's not here just yet, but it will be here before the next objective comes through. Where they'll have a short window to try to take and engage. Looks like Yrel and Gazlo have moved up to the mid, and they're going in right away here. Xanthanarium gets rooted and slept in the back. DP Smiley with the Eye of Horus, actually keeping everyone alive from a distance here. Cordona trying to catch up, but Ana going to start to move back. MJ Doom dropping the hammer before moving on back. So it is going to be the Eye of Horus to help with the ranged support. I mean, I guess the other option would have been to have a nano-boosted Falstad, which is a little bit odd. Yeah, okay. It's decent. There's definitely no target. I mean, I guess Yrel could be interesting as a nano-boosted target. Though having your offlaner be your main source of burst damage might be a little weird as well. The Moran, ooh, nice combo there, is going to ultimately pick up the well. Deckard's Erudition have their 13s. They're moving back to work on their siege camp. Though currently chasing Samuro jump on this heal camp once again. They found their level 13s as well. Sonya's on the back camp here. Styx is starting to move up. Got a 3-on-3 in the mid. Uh-oh, Amoran able to jump away. before the taunt could come out. Without Falstad. Now that Falstad's here, Xanthanarium may be looking for something. It is the auto attack build with secret weapon for Falstad here. So going to be doing some good work into the front line of currently chasing Samuro. Camps will clash here in the top lane as Protector B starts to come online. Right now, Falstad going to be battling it out with Gazlo in the bottom lane, which will give an advantage over to Deckard's Erudition due to the global of Falstad. Yrel is already joined up in the fight here. Currently banned level 1 makes Nano Falstad not as good. Yeah, I agree. If you could Nano the W, that would be pretty cool. I mean, you still can. Just you can't Nano the fully talented W is what I mean. Currently chasing Samuro. Starting to move on to the point. Gazlo is here. Big root, though, onto Cordona. D-Shield going to come on out. There's the combo going to land onto 2. Yrel taken out here. Pina Colada just a second late with that gust, but will secure the escape of the rest of the squad. So Yrel down for 25 seconds here, and currently chasing Samuro is once again parked out on this objective. Working on the heal camp once again. Another slight item advantage going over to currently chasing Samuro. Yrel still down for 8 seconds here. So Cordona all over the side of Deckard's Erudition there. Checking in on our Zul'jin, currently 24 out of 30 stacks. So that, you know, not too much longer here. And we're going to see those double rotating twin axes. Combo's going to come out onto Xanthanarium. Objective is going to go over to currently chasing Samuro here, as Ewok looking to further engage. Cordona pushed back by MJ Doom, who has rejoined the battle. Gazlo's in the mid, though. Ewok finding the stun there onto MJ Doom again. But the Protector is picked up, and it looks like they're going to move on down to the mid lane here. Not going to stop. Protector just going to head on down to the bottom lane. Gazlo's actually already pushed this in. This is a really nice situation for currently chasing Samuro. If you don't get to the off lane fast enough and your minion wave isn't here, this Protector can get bullied by the structure very, very quickly. But having what's nearly a double wave here means that this fort will absolutely be going down. Xanthanarium finds the taunt onto the backline. Uther getting a little bit low. Gravel Bomb comes out and is going to catch 2, but no stun follow-up there. DB Smiley does actually get hit by the Explodium charge. Ana trying to move back. The Protector is putting out a lot of damage, and there goes Ana. D-Shield protecting Ewok in the back line as MJ Doom is jumping all over them. Xanthanarium is low too as 2 members of CCS come out of the Protector, and that's going to be Varian down. Hardened Defender is used by Yrel. MJ Doom trying to escape. Slowed by Gazlo. Can they actually catch up to Yrel here? Demorin needs one more. Oh, the speedy go talent secures the escape of MJ Doom. Currently chasing Samuro, turning things around here. Extending their structure lead. Looks like Gazlo going to go ahead and work on this back camp. Sonya working on the turret. We see Ewok and Amoran trying to poke down this mid fort. Mirror Ball is online, so that siege potential is all that much higher. Ewok taking a bit of damage there from the combo of DB Smiley. Sonya's committing to this fort, and it will go down through a couple of slams. Zul'jin is finished that level 1 quest, so the range and the double axes fully online here. Cordona is going to turn it on and turn it around. Committing the Wrath of the Berserker, looking for a way to move back in, but good disengage by Deckard's Erudition there. Currently chasing Samuro are definitely in the driver's seat, staying partied up as 5, looking to escort this siege camp into the fort. Root's going to be good onto Varian. Gravel Bomb comes out as well. The nice gust by Pina Colada is going to displace currently chasing Samuro, but is it enough here? Taunt follow-up onto Sonya, but there's the D-Shield coming out. Fort is down here. Xanthanarium going straight onto Cordona once again. DB Smiley piercing through both teams with that Eye of Horus. Now we're going to see that's a lot of ults committed. Basically all ults from both sides. Aside from Zul'jin committed there. Xanthanarium starting to move in, is going to be stunned by Ewok. And currently chasing Samuro picks up another heal camp here. MJ Doom was thinking about it. Ewok gets rooted by the Ensnare. Axe is going to come on through. Ewok going to honorably take the second rotation. This camp still, one little shred of this camp is still pushing in the top lane. Right now, currently chasing Samuro is just sitting back and waiting. Turret camp up in 45 seconds. All forts are down, which means they're going to have a significant passive XP advantage heading towards level 20 here. Looking to try to cut someone off. Ewok not finding MJ Doom there, but here comes the rest of the squad. Deckard's Erudition maybe coming down onto Sonya. Cordona, Legally is caught out. Full combo onto Malfurion is going to take him down. Pina Colada caught in the Gazelle ult, but the rest of the team was starting to retreat. Unfortunate for Malfurion, caught in that heavy rotation from Deckard's Erudition. You see the remainder of currently chasing Samuro just head off and try to find their 20s in an off lane. DB Smiley holding the point. While Deckard's Erudition goes for the item advantage here. Looking to grab both turrets. Currently chasing Samuro, just going to siege up in the top lane here. With Gazlo, Sonya, Li Ming, this could melt pretty quickly. Will we start to see some backs? MJ Doom is starting to back off here. Keep Ball is already down, and here they go. They're going straight on with their level 20s. This keep already down to near 50%. Look at the bomb toss from Gazlo, and this keep gets absolutely obliterated here. Eye of Horus from Ana on the point. That's a quick keep pickup. That's a protector going over to Deckard's Erudition. Going for the siege steal. Currently chasing Samuro, pick that up. Oh, the spear almost landing onto Stixa there. Currently chasing Samuro, just going to go ahead and keep pressuring this top lane. The protectors get grabbing this bottom fort. Ewok gets hit by the twin cleave. Falstad looking to start backing. Currently chasing Samuro, they may just go for it here. Sonya getting pushed off though. Cordona got to be very low. Only Yrel hit during the Ardent Protector, and there's the Invulnerable onto Sonya. Uther's going to be the first to fall. Pina Colada, manages to get back into the base. Uther's going to be rezzing here. MJ Doom taken out in the backline, and that's Yrel down. Unkillable is popped by Zul'jin, but has to back off. Cordona so low and does not have any opportunities. B-Med going to go down here. Xanthanarium going to fall as well. It's a 2-for-1. Oh, but there goes Li Ming. And that's currently chasing Samuro. That's going to have to back off. The Protector, Ana still up in this objective. Grabs the keep, and it's going to have to start to back off. Core still at 100%. Looks like currently chasing Samuro, maybe rotating around to try to find Ana here. Cordona riding out. Ana has been spotted. Ewok on the outside. Oh, this could be trouble. Ana's going to get stunned there. DB Smiley. Oh, Pina Colada's joined. It's going to push away the Sonya here. Legally has already used the roots. Ewok is not going to be able to catch up, and Ana's going to get away as well as Falstad. What a save. Uh-oh. Ewok, gets taken out by Stixa there. Eye of Horus just to be sure. And Deckard's Erudition turning that gank around. And now Pina Colada is all over Legally. May have dived a little too far there. Falstad going down. Cordona has to pop the Ignore Pain. It's not enough. Sonya goes down. The No Mercy. Ignoring armor at level 16 from Zul'jin. You saw the power there. Sonya should have been okay with the armor, but Zul'jin with enough power to bring down the Barbarian. So now Deckard's Erudition have a 4 vs 3. Gonna go ahead and pick up some more turrets here. Currently chasing Samuro, getting some more pressure in this top lane that's already pushed all the way to core. Can they actually get this camp? If they go fast enough, they've got the Li Ming damage. Deckard's Erudition, they're thinking about it. They're starting to come up here. I don't think they get here fast enough, though. DB Smiley actually leading the way. Not going to have to turn right around there. But Uther back on the field. Falstad about to res. Sonya about to res. We're starting to reset here. At level 16 from Zul'jin, not only shredding through Sonya's personal armor, but any armor that we see Uther handing out will also be denied. Deckard's Erudition getting some counter pressure in this top lane, as it's now pushing with constant catapults versus none. So that's going to be a big problem for Deckard's Erudition that they're constantly going to have to take care of. Just staying off the map here is currently chasing Samuro, waiting for anyone to show. Showing in the mid here is Deckard's Erudition, so currently chasing Samuro, going to move up to the top lane to try to keep the pressure on. Xanthanarium, going to show here. Yrel still in the mid. It's a pretty short distance up here, but not here currently. Cordona going to try to clear this away. Ewok finds Xanthanarium in the vent. Things are just at a tense standstill. Is he currently chasing Samuro, just trying to keep the pressure on that top lane. Now Deckard's Erudition setting up here. Moving back, getting ready for control point A once again. Ewok going to start moving on to the point. And here it is, we got a full-blown fight. MJ Doom coming on up. Demoran trying to throw some damage onto those squishy backliners. Who will commit first? We're now on the point here. Xanthanarium going to get stunned by Ewok. Protect is going to come out, though. The root is landed. There's the sleep. MJ Doom can't quite reposition. Currently chasing Samuro, who does have this gate to return to. So that does give them a bit of an advantage. Eye of Horus already set up here by DB Smiley. Demoran going to disengage with that wave of force. Right now, Deckard's Erudition is controlling this point. Currently chasing Samuro, going to go ahead and pick themselves up a turret here, as Sonya was catching up this bottom lane. Taking out that wall, that's a pretty important thing to do there for Deckard's Erudition. Not having that retreat point is a pretty big deal. Uh-oh, Falstad's back in the lane here, and that means that Deckard's Erudition is going to have to concede this point. I'm currently chasing Samuro's on 0% on this objective, so Deckard's Erudition definitely has time to disengage and then move back in. Let's see what they do. They're going to try to de-push this top lane once again. Falstad dealing with the catapults that have already got to the core here. So taking advantage of the long capture time of this objective. But taking the siege camp there once again. Xanthanarium onto the back line, finds the taunt onto Amoran, who uses the teleport to back off. Good stun follow-up onto Xanthanarium. Oh, Pina Colada taking a huge combo there from Li Ming. Cordona coming up here, pops the Wrath of the Berserker, wants to find Pina Colada. There's the D-Shield. Uther going to go down first. No one going to get hit with the Gravel Bomb. Xanthanarium in a world of hurt, though. Mighty Gust coming on out from Pina Colada, and there's the Eye of Horus once again, just to keep Varian alive. Stixa is shredding through Li Ming on the outside. One more axe will not connect. Cordona on the backline, spinning forever, but that's Sonya down here. Uther did manage to res, as Stixa is just piling axes into the backline. Li Ming gonna go down here. Xanthanarium finding the taunt onto one. Gazlo taken out. The objective goes over to Deckard's Erudition, as well as the triple kill. And I think we're gonna see a core call down here in the bottom lane. Ana and Falstad are loaded on up here. Yrel is gonna back just in case. There's two catapults and what am I trying to say here? Two catapults and a camp could definitely threaten the core this late in the game, but the Protector too strong. Deckard's Erudition come out on top in game number 1. GG. Very nicely done there. Game number 1 goes to Deckard's Erudition. Go ahead and update that. Take a look at our stat screen there. Stixa nearly breaking 100k damage there. We saw the stacks getting close to 50 there by the end of the game, and then no And the armor shredding talent on 16 just really, really cut through the backline of currently chasing Samuro. So very nicely done from Stixa. The Morin on the Li Ming almost picked off the Falstad in just one round of abilities. Multiple times there. Great keys on with those magic missiles. Unfortunately, not quite enough this game, but very, very well done. Taking a quick look at the talents here, we did see the auto attack build coming out from Falstad. Sustained wins, dealing that percent damage. We saw the afterburner there on 16. We saw the Righteous Momentum on 7 for Yrel, allowing MJ Doom to get out of a couple of sticky situations. And Ensnare on 13. Not one that some Zul'jins like to take, just having an extra button on top of. I mean, you've already got the Amani Hide, the already activatable one. Having another button there is kind of a pain. Getting some good value there. Stixa showing what Ensnare is all about. So good stuff. Alrighty. Game number 1 goes over to Deckard's Erudition. We're going to go to a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be game number 2. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We're setting up here for game number 2 between Deckard's Erudition and currently chasing Samuro. Welcome everyone from Mark Zombie's stream. Hope you had a good cast, and hope you're ready for some more excellent NGS action. So we're getting set up for our second game here. Waiting for them to set the lobby so I know who chose the map. Yeah. Deckard's Erudition chose the map. Alright, to catch you up for those who just joined. Deckard's Erudition banned away Towers of Doom and Garden of Terror. Currently chasing Samuro banned out Cursed Hollow and Infernal Shrines. Deckard's Erudition found victory on Volskaya Foundry in game number 1 and are going to be taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen in game number 2. Looks like we're going to have our draft here in just a moment. Still missing one player, but we will be up and running in just a minute. Hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Hope you had a good series there, Mark. Based on the time, I'm guessing it was 2 games? I don't know. Random guess. Alright, I'm going to hit him with the caster ready. They're buttering me up in the chat. Alright, we should have ourselves a game in just a moment here. Going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. I'd expect, yeah, I'd expect pretty different comps from both sides. We had a late game comp with the Zul'jin Varian over on the side of Deckard's Erudition. Not exactly going to get a whole lot done with Tomb of the Spider Queen with that style. Same thing over with currently chasing Samuro. We had the double healer with the Sonya Gazlo Li Ming. We really just want to max out on wave clear as much as possible. Wave clear and siege is definitely the way to go. Give them caster ready again. They're too busy. They're too busy tacking to each other. How dare they be social in this social Heroes of the Storm League. But I would expect to see some more wave cleary type mages, some more wave cleary type tanks here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. But I've been surprised before, and I'm sure I will be again. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these drafts have for us. Hariyama, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate the support. Glad you're having a good time here tonight. We're going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen in just a couple seconds. And there it is. Take a quick look at our players, make sure we've got all the same folks, and it looks like we do. Fantastic. So no substitutes here for game number 2. Currently chasing Samuro once again with the first pick, first ban opportunity. Looking over at the heroes here, we saw the Deckard's Erudition was willing to take a Falstad in a situation where the global wasn't going to get a ton of work done. It was just more for just the raw damage and repositioning value. So while it's not, the most favorite Tomb of the Spider Queen pick, it's, just kind of a powerful pick right now. It'd be interesting to see if currently chasing Samuro does ban that away. We're going to start out with the Chromie, though, same as last game. Deckard's Erudition. See if they alter their bans at all. Sticking with the Samuro. Keeping that off the board for game number 2. No, I don't think I've seen a Vikings on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I will say that much. Augur, once again, the ban here by currently chasing Samuro. This one makes, this one I can see a little bit more. There's a couple of high value camps that Augur can go sneak away, or at least go do while the rest of the team is able to be out on the field. And the wave clear on the objective is, it's kind of decent. It's not too bad. And May going to be the ban here by Deckard's Erudition. Now, I wonder if that's going to... Like, with May banned, I would first pick Johanna here. Because that's usually the kind of 2 tanks that you see in the wave clear style. So if currently chasing Samuro is going for that kind of style, they might want to lock in the Johanna now. But if they're looking for something else, there it is. Johanna picked up by Uark. There is also a style that involves stuff like an ETC, stuff like a Muradin, where you leave all of your wave clear on your healer, on your mage, and your tank just goes and does a dance and harasses people as they try to move between top and mid, and uses their escape buttons to stay alive. So I'm interested to see whether Deckard's Erudition, now with no access to May or Johanna, will adapt to that style. Picking up the wave clear, definitely have that with Kael'thas and Falstad, so rotating both of their damage picks here before the mid-ban. Phase 2. You gotta wonder if it's gonna be a Deckard Diablo after the bans from Deckard's Erudition. So that's Kael'thas is a really nice setup with those. Jaina Stukov here for Amorin and Lee. So, yeah, that's some wave clear. Locked down here early by currently chasing Samuro. There we go. So, plenty of options to flex into for currently chasing Samuro here. We'll see what Deckard's Erudition wants to take off the board. Sonya ban? Malthael ban. Interesting. Malthael ban says to me that maybe they're not going to be picking up a lot of extra stuns in the rest of their draft. Though, I mean, stuns are, what tend to stop Sonya as well, though Malthael is especially crippled when not able to press that Q, when not able to reposition with the W. Not here with the Asmo for once. We're going to have to stick with the Kael'thas, unfortunately, Jacqueline. No Asmo to be found. Jaina Asmo, that'd be weird. I don't think we're going to see an Asmodan. Varian banned away here by currently chasing Samuro. Taking that off the board as the Johanna counter. I would love to see a Deckard Diablo rotation come through from Deckard's Erudition right now. ETC White Mane. Decidedly not what I said, but White Mane has some good save buttons. Johanna, Stukov are going to be up in the mix for White Mane to damage. Okay, that can work, Enter those in here. So we've got Stukov as an interrupt for ETC, we've got Johanna as an interrupt for ETC, so they're not hurting for Mosh interrupts right now. Thrall Cassia going to be the rotation here from currently chasing Samuro. So going with the Thrall in the off lane and Cassia to pair up with this Johanna. I like this comp. Here for currently chasing Samuro. Though it's all very short range. We'll see. Short range into the Kael'thas bombs could be a problem here. And ETC will also possibly get some big moshes sliding onto lots of short range members. MJ Doom going to round this out with a Rexar, which can do some good work into Thrall. I mean, Thrall Thrall does decent damage, being able to poke back onto Rexxar, can whack Misha for all he's worth. Can drain Rexxar's mana bar a little bit. Not quite the same stress as something like a Sonya might inflict. Zephyrmont, thank you very much for the follow. Excited to see Asmo in the top percentage of the win boards, because you finally got enough games. Yeah, they make you do the 3 games of Asmo, before they'll put you in the stats. Alrighty. The draft is set. We're loading in here to game number 2. I think Deckard's Erudition, the impetus might be on them to stop the onslaught coming on through from CCS, but if they do stop it, the turnaround from ETC and Kael'thas is going to be really strong. Alrighty. Game number 2 is underway. On the left in the blue, looking to close this series out is Deckard's Erudition. Pina Colada on the Falstad, DB Smiley's playing the white main, Xanthanarium on the ETC, MJ Doom on the Rexxar, and it is Stixa on the Kael'thas. On the right in the red, currently chasing Samuro, Ewok on the Johanna, Liga Lee on the Stukov, Amoran on the Jaina, Cordona on the Cassia, and Bimeduho on the Thrall. Game number 2 is underway here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Falstad once again going for that auto attack quest on 1. ETC and Kael'thas both going to be rotating for globes. Stukov going for the Fetid Touch there on level 1, going to be looking to stack that Weighted Pustule. And Jaina, of course, looking for that passive trait quest to grab, to unlock the Ice Block ability. Deckard's Erudition actually getting the advantage on the wave clear here in the early going, stepping up very aggressively. And that's putting currently chasing Samuro a little bit on the back foot here. Though with Johanna Jaina, I expect the lanes to get picked up very quickly here. Though Xanthanarium doing a great job of posting up here and just interrupting these rotations and dismounting as much as possible. Currently chasing Samuro, actually really getting interrupted here. Nice slide onto 2. Cassia caught out in lane, and that's going to be Cordona going down. Deckard's Erudition just bullying their way through these rotations thus far. Look at that. Thrall's actually done a ton of damage onto Rexxar. There goes Misha. MJ Doom already had to tap here. Umed has to move back, though, as Pina Colada was coming in for the visit, and Falstad just going to head straight down to this bottom lane. I wasn't expecting Thrall to have Rexxar's number so early, but that Rolling Thunder on 1, that percent damage, is very, very effective in that 1v1. Falstad looking to finish up that bottom camp. Cassia's actually coming around here. This could be trouble because Whitemane is here as well. Cordona gonna have to back off. See, currently chasing Samuro has somewhat regained their lane presence during that rotation. Falstad actually going to stay here and continue to siege in the bottom lane. Level 4s have now arrived. 4 currently chasing Samuro. Looks like currently chasing Samuro might be a little bit frazzled here as the chaotic rotations of Deckard's Erudition have been paying off big here in the early game. Ewok trying to move back onto Pina Colada in the mid. This is a little bit of the downfall of Jaina, as Jaina wants one giant combo, as we see Ewok slid and taken out there. The slows of Whitemane, able to set up ETC for that. But yeah, Jaina just wants one giant combo. The poke isn't quite as good as something like a Kael'thas, something like a Falstad. So the threat levels, without a full engage onto Deckard's Erudition, are pretty low, and Johanna, until level 10, doesn't have that snap engage potential. So we're seeing that play out here in the early game. Cordona able to get away from the rotation there. Checking on our experience, we do see a minion advantage going over. Uh-oh, big silence combo is actually going to land on the Xanthanarium. Chain of damage, one wave of the Blizzard hits. Nice stun there onto Cordona. Xanthanarium is going to survive for now. But with the turn-in the bottom lane, Deckard's Erudition going to have the first objective going in their favor. Keep checking this bottom lane matchup. I'm enthralled by this Thrall Rexar matchup. I just want to keep checking on it. Xanthanarium right into the back line, going to slide right back through that Johanna. It's Cordona looking to step up and clear this wave. Looks like Deckard's Erudition going to head on up to the top lane. Got their level 7 advantage here. Going to use it to get some big siege. Mid is going to be cleared out. Bottom lane, B-Med is actually getting pushed back by this this Web Weaver. Good poke coming on through from Rexar. Ewok taking a big chunk there on the outside from Kael'thas. Cordona slowed down by Whitemane, trying to get away here. Looks like the fort is going to be saved for now. Checking back in on the bottom lane, B-Med did manage to tap and reset that health. Quick kill onto Misha Bear. Johanna catching Xanthanarium there. The silence coming on out. One tick of Blizzard again, but the slide, it was up and available. Checking on our Kael'thas. It is burned flesh on 7, so not fully committing to the bomb here. Instead going for that Flame Strike build, at least here in the early going.
Gather their gems. Bring them to me. Do this.
Looks like currently chasing Samuro has caught up on the minion soak, as we have ourselves a small disconnect, an opportunity to have a little water. Yeah, I was just taking a look at the experience here. Currently chasing Samuro, they've caught up on that minion experience, now actually surpassing Deckard's Erudition here. Looks like there's a little bit of a power flicker. Hopefully we have Pina Colada back in just a few moments here. Might have to be a computer restart, so it could be more like a couple minutes. We'll see. Taking a quick look at the talents here. Once again, the secret weapon from Volstad, so going into the full auto attack. Echo Pedal was picked up by ETC to help out with that wave clear. Long pitch from Stukov. Going with the super long E's. Stukov, you know, I have a weird relationship with Stukov because, I mean, I've been playing on some teams, we've been rotating out different players, and just everyone that I've come across has just been like, oh, I don't play Stukov. Stukov's too hard. I don't want to deal with it. And I try to play Stukov, and it's complicated, but then I see Stukov's here in the NGS just playing incredibly well, and I gotta wonder, like, are they just going to the Stukov dojo? Are they just putting in their 100 games into quick match until they figure it out? Or is there something that we're all missing that just makes Stukov that much easier to play and we just haven't seen it yet? I don't know, but I was thinking about putting some time into Stukov myself just to see what all the hubbub's about. Oh, yeah. Okay, we've got word that he's back. We'll see if we can get ourselves back into this game in just a minute here. Everyone R has been called. Hopefully they realize I cannot type to them. As this has happened in multiple series with like, caster ready? Ready? Caster ready? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Alright, R's are starting to go out. And let's get back in. Back into the game here. Web Weavers have just ceased. See whether currently chasing Samuro can find their next turn in. Looks like B-Med gonna try to steal away. Excuse me. Guess I needed more water. Gonna try to steal this bottom camp. Waiting to drink water until Ewok gets away. There's the Iron Skim. Johanna gonna get away and will grant me some water. delicious water. Ewok trying to get back to the mid here, but Deckard's Erudition have started to pull ahead on the XP. Ewok now, without the Iron Skin, is going to be picked off. Nice slide there by Xanthanarium. Picking up that kill. Cordona on the outside with a huge surge of light onto 4. Look at that burst coming out from Cassia, unfortunately. Without a tank there to follow up, just some damage that'll be healed off. Level 10s are here. Oh, only one more gem needed. Cassia was trying to turn in that one. Down here in the bottom lane was going to be forced to back off. Orin sitting on 25 gems here. That's a lot for a Jaina. With only one more gem needed, Jaina's going to have to hold on to those for quite a while. Deckard's Erudition actually does have enough for a turn-in. DB Smiley going to drop off the 4. Kael'thas has 5. Who's got the rest? Kael'thas has 5. Rexar's got 2. Okay. Oh, Ewok going with the Blessed Shield. There's the pull there onto Whitemane. DB Smiley trying to get away here. Pops the ult and is going to survive. Thrall coming in with the Earthquake. Water Elemental committed by Jaina as well. Release the Boars trying to slow down currently chasing Samuro. Nice stun there onto Ewok. Very nice defensive tools coming out from Deckard's Erudition. I mentioned that from the draft, those level 10s are going to be very, very important here. So we see Ewok, doesn't have the Iron Skin available. Nice boop from Xanthanarium. And that's going to be it for Johanna. We are going to have our red web weavers coming on through, but Johanna down for another 15 seconds here. Is Deckard's Erudition going to get a little bit of little bit of damage out before Johanna's back. Checking in on that Jaina quest, about halfway done with the frosted hero damage. Continuing this push, this clear in the top lane. Ewok is back. Johanna gonna go on in there, try to find Xanthanarium. Water Elemental pop as well. There's the Blessed Shield gonna pull back the Kael'thas. Somehow Xanthanarium able to get away. Pina Colada with another mighty gust. Ewok not quite catching Kael'thas on the bottom side. And now the siege will commence here in the top lane. Objective is almost cleared away. It looks like this wall is going to go down, and that's about it. CF currently chasing Samuro is going to stick around here. They are going to start to back off. Amorin still holding 30 gems here, as B-Med is really pushing out MJ Doom with that Thrall poke. Pina Colada's here to try to assist. And both teams do have their next turn-in available. Thrall and Jaina, about enough. Might need Legally here, and they're going to try for another quick turn-in. All three are jumping on. Pina Colada as well. Let's see who clicked first. Ewok looking for a flashlight. No, the blue web weavers are going to land first. The spam click goes over to Deckard's Erudition. That's going to get them back on their feet here. Ewok just scouting out the mid. Thrall going to try to defend that bottom fort, but it's already pretty softened up. So with Rexar in the mid, bottom fort could be protected. Top fort definitely going down here, though. Deckard's Erudition hard onto this structure. Going to go ahead and pick that one up. Mid going to be pretty much cleared away by the rest of currently chasing Samuro, but here comes a big rotation. Xanthanarium wants a slide. Legally is caught, bumped back. Uses the swipe, but it's not going to be quite enough. Stukov taken out there. And that's an important kill. That's going to allow Deckard's Erudition to start to move up and pick up another structure here. And really start to open up this map. Objective going to be cleared out in the top lane. Boss is up and available. Are we going to see ourselves a Bruiser Camp Steel? They are right here. Looks like they're going to try to rotate onto Thrall, going straight onto this fort. B-Med, oh no, 26 gems. Wasted on the ground, the most classic gank on Tomb of the Spider Queen. It feels so unintuitive as an offlaner. You're like, I've got a structure, I'm going to be fine. But it's so easy to just dive that fort, and that's an unfortunate amount of gems that get wasted away there by Deckard's Erudition. Very smart. to not stop and do the camp just to go and pick up that Thrall kill. See Rexxar pick up the push down here in the bottom lane. They do have enough. Does Rexxar need to turn in? Yes, it needs to be a full turn in here. MJ Doom coming on up. It's going to be blue web weavers sieging these lanes once again. Cordona, Cordona gets caught there at the slide. Cordona gets hit, and that's going to be it. Cassia stepping out just a step too far. That's a tough time to go down here, because Deckard's Erudition are going to be working on this front wall. Xanthanarium trying to get the last hit onto this tower. Oh, is taking some big shots. Looks like that bomb is going to be enough. And the mid-keep wall is down. Level 16s are also here for Deckard's Erudition. Combo onto the back line. There's the good... There go the boars. Looked like they were trying to find Liga there. Combo is going to land onto B-Med. Follow-up stun is there. And Thrall is going to go down. Silent Zone not enough to save the War Chief. Cordona, avoids the Flame Strike, but still taken out there. And this mid-keep will be going down. Pressure onto top and bottom keep as well. We'll see how much the Deckard's Erudition can do. Pina Colada rotating up to the top. Top keep already down to half. No minion pressure at all. Ewok trying to clear this up. But it's going to be a double keep play. The slide is good onto Johanna. Oh, and Johanna gets picked off. Not able to hit the Iron Skin. Could Deckard's Erudition be thinking core? No, it's a little bit too risky there. Looks like they're just going to head on back and grab themselves a boss. Now currently chasing Samuro. This is the part of the game that's very, very difficult to come back from. They're down to one keep. They don't have any structures down over on the side of Deckard's Erudition. They've got to clear out these lanes. They've got to find multiple good engagements to find themselves back into this game. Looks like they're trying to go for a turn-in here. Amorin sitting on 43. Gonna try to find the turn-in, but here they come. MJ Doom gonna release the boars. Amorin not gonna get the turn-in. Liga with the swipes. There's the Earthquake on the back line. Stukov gonna fall. MJ Doom with the feigned death. And that's gonna be no turn-in allowed, and the boss is now moving on to the core. Deckard's Erudition, they may be looking to end right now. They're starting to cruise in here. The core is taking damage. E-Med being forced back. No ults available. Pina Colada putting some damage onto Thrall here. Core shielding is now gone. Xanthanarium getting the autos off, and this looks like it's about to be it. Deckard's Erudition with a textbook game number 2 there. Pick up the 2-0 series victory. GG. Impressive work there by Deckard's Erudition. Just playing Tomb of the Spider Queen about as perfectly as it can be played. Very, very nicely done. They found the picks with their comp when they could. They extended their advantages, got the buildings, and pushed to win. Can't ask for much more than that. Taking a look at the damage here, ultimately pretty low. I mean, Deckard's Erudition just kind of played the map. We saw Pina Colada on the Falstad topping the hero damage charts at 27,000. Just, not a whole lot needed to grab those extra kills because of the timing of the stun chains there. It was really, really nice between ETC and Kael'thas, Rexxar with those Misha charges as well. So all the damage that came out was very, very effective damage. And we can see that in the healing numbers there. DV Smiley with the 44k, Stukov just 27. Just not a lot of straight up fights. It was just a lot of picks here and there and not a lot of opportunities for Stukov to come in with the saves. B-Ben on the Thrall, ultimately coming ahead on the hero damage there, 38k. Doing a great job versus Rexxar in that off lane. It was, I didn't expect that matchup to go that well, so today I learned Thrall, just a well-played Thrall, does pretty well into Rexxar. Cool, cool stuff. check in here. Looks like we'll have ourselves an interview in just a moment. We'll take a quick look at the talent screen. We'll redeem the drink water. Thank you, Arcane Arboretum. And we'll see if we can find ourselves an interview. Let's get over there. Alrighty, I am here with DB Smiley from Deckard's Erudition. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you.
Very nicely well played there. Game number 2, just kind of pretty textbook there on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Was the draft more of a reaction? Because it seemed like you got pretty much everything you wanted there.
I mean, we got picks. So tonight we played with our sub Stixa, who's a great player, but we haven't actually played with him since week 1 against One Punch Monk. Which credit Stixa still undefeated. We had to kind of adjust our drafts a little bit, so we can't do some of the picks that we've run on that map quite a bit. But I think we were pretty happy with our picks. Our goal, certainly on that game 2, was just to try to get back to some basics and try to play a bit more simple and easy to execute and reliable to execute. After game 1, I feel we didn't play to our potential.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just we saw I was mentioning during the game just the CC chains from ETC into Kael'thas were just so smooth and getting the maximum amount of time, even whittling Johanna all the way down, not able to use Iron Skin at the end there was very, very well executed.
Yeah. I mean, good CC follow-up from Stixa, and then obviously, I'm gonna throw the slow on, try to chunk some damage as well, because that's how I heal. But no, I think what we recognized was they were making a mistake that we were making last night against BG40. Sorry, did not mean to sneeze on your stream. How dare I? Which was that the Joe was popping trait on the engage a lot, and so all we needed to do was just weather whatever she's going to throw out and then just counter engage. I mean, that's where the white mane comes in. That's where the Rexar comes in. That's where the Falstad comes in. Is they're just the kings and queens of counter engage, and that's kind of how we wanted to play that, as we feel we tend to do that fairly well.
Well, it was executed very well there in game number 2. Kind of exactly how you might want to draw it up in terms of victory there. Very nicely done. Let's move back to game number 1 for a moment. Very kind of a nail biter right down to the end there. It was, can Zul'jin outscale the Uther Sonya was kind of the story I had from the draft outset. Were there certain power spikes you were looking for throughout 13. That game, or certain 13?
13. Specifically, well, I'm the healer, so obviously I'm going to talk about my power spike. I needed smelling salts. Because first, for anyone who's playing Ana out there, if you pick remove root and slow into Malfurion when he picks that level 1 Emerald Dream, you're rooting your teammate, or you're sleeping your teammates, and that's bad. So instead, go smelling salts. Because then every time Uther stuns someone, I just give them 50 armor and remove the stun. Which, if you noticed, kind of at 13, they stopped being able to get a lot of the quick picks they were relying on. But I think frankly we didn't play to our potential in game 1. I think we were a bit disorganized, and I put a lot of that on me as the shot caller. So I think we did not always have a clear plan, especially on those first 2 shrines. And credit them, they play in an unexpected way, but so it limited some of what we wanted to do. But I think ultimately we just weren't on the same page and weren't getting the kills we needed until kind of later in the game. And once we got that first kill, I think that helped our confidence enough to actually know that we can just, get on a target. If we have Uther isolated away from them, or we get on Uther, we can get on a target and they won't be saved. I mean, Mouth does not save anyone from Varian.
No.
So,
no.
I mean, he can cleanse the... Oh, no, he can't even cleanse the taunt. What am I saying? Because it's a silence.
Nope. Just... He can wave his leaves at him.
Yeah. Well, he can Moonfire and give them 100 HP.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, credit to CC8. I do want to give them credit. They've had a tough season. You know, and for them to weather that, I mean, they had a really good set against Beyond Gaming. For them to weather that and to kind of keep a positive attitude and to keep trying and keep improving, I think that speaks volumes to them. So I do want to give certainly a shout out to CCS8 for giving us that fight in game one, because they absolutely scared us.
Well, there was a bit of a scary moment at the end there when you were sitting on the objective bottom, and CC8 looked like they were possibly committing to the core there in the top lane. It was starting to look a little bit dicey there.
Yeah.
What were the comms like in that moment? Was there a particular target you were looking to push away?
Everyone back, and I'll open up a win condition. That was the comms. Everyone back. I was, because I don't really do anything on the defense. I mean, because they can all just back up to core to heal. I don't think we were nervous at any point. Like, they never even got really close to getting through our shields. I think they were maybe hoping to catch us unawares with the backdoor, but I mean, we knew they were going to try to do it. And credit Doom. Doom was the one who was like, remember, you know, we need to make sure we watch the backdoor. And yeah, I mean, they have good core burn if they can get onto the core, but the Volskaya core is not one that you can just walk up to and just stand there and free channel. I mean, the fists are a very, very good disengage tool. So pair that with just having a Yrel to knock people back, they're not going to get the shields of the core down. So I was able to just get the keep and open up the win condition, which paid off after the next fight.
It was a strong defense there. That's definitely a good point about the core defense.
I wasn't watching it, so I'll take your word for it. I was ready to drop out and Eye of Horus at any time, but it wasn't needed.
Talk to me a little bit about Falstad right now. Taken in two maps that, you know, I mean, the global is good, but not necessarily the feature you're usually looking for on those two maps, and going with the auto attack build. Now, obviously, W build not really on the menu right now, due to the bug. But this auto attack build seemed to be putting out a lot of pain.
I mean, Pina plays it extremely well, but, you know, let's be honest, the reason you pick Falstad hasn't changed in 5 years. Mighty Gust.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like
the Gust disengages were very, very good.
If the engage is not going your way, reset. That's what it is. And Pina's Gust timing is nothing short of spectacular right now. It won us. It won us the game against Death and Delay last Sunday. So this was actually our third game in a week. Because we wanted to knock our flexes out. But no, I mean, like, Pina's Mighty Gust is really good. That said, I mean, you know, we're comfortable picking other heroes, but right now, like, we're kind of, everyone except me is settling into the heroes they want to play. And I've played 12 different healers this season, something like that. So
yeah, I saw it in the stats there. You're racking them up for sure.
I'm tired of the one trick label. It dies this season.
Well, it was a very strong matchup there. Congratulations on the 2-0. So we're starting to get towards the end of the season here. You've got the flex matches wrapped up. Are there any remaining matches you're looking forward to in terms of rivalries, or any rematches you're looking forward to in the playoffs?
Well, so, I mean, I would say I'm not looking forward to the rematch if we ever have it with BG40, because they took us to the wire in all 3 games. If anyone wants to replay cast a 2-hour best of 3, go ahead and jump in, because that was the longest best of 3 of my life. But no, I mean, looking down the stretch, obviously Phoenix Rising Citrine, right now the 2 of us are the 2 undefeated teams in the league. That's just so that obviously stands out. We are not overlooking Topaz, though. The nice thing about getting our flex matches done is we can take every game 1 week at a time. Right now, we're certainly on track to get first place, but I don't think we're confident. Like, Aaron, confidence is not the right word. I don't think that we're resting on our laurels. We know we need to improve. Like, yes, we have won all our matches. But if you look back at some of them, I mean, even our first match against One Punch Monk, like, we had to come back a lot of times, which, credit to my team. We may not always be the best at getting the win, but we are very, very good at avoiding the loss. So that's the one thing we've done exceedingly well this season.
Good to hear. Fantastic stuff. All right, the floor is yours. Any shout-outs you'd like to make before we close up shop here?
Obviously, shout outs to the team. I mean, our improvement from like when I joined like a month or 2 months before the season to now is meteoric. I mean, it's obviously we're having a great season. That does not happen just because we showed up and just started playing. I mean, we've worked at it and we've done role swaps and we've worked on new heroes. We've had a lot of scrims. Credit to Regen Ghost. Shout out to them. They have bodied us in scrims and we are better for it. But yeah, I mean, huge shout outs to the team for just continuing to work at it. Even when sometimes we get on each other's nerves, we tend to recover pretty quickly from that. Thank you, obviously, to you for casting, and thank you to CCS8 for sticking in there and for making this flex match work tonight. And yeah, I mean, just thank you, obviously, to the NGS community to keep this little weird corner of the gaming world that we love going.
All right, fantastic. Well, DB Smiley, congratulations on the victory, and good luck going forward in the season.
All right, thank you.